What was that? I saw a comment being made by a certain somebody. He wrote, told who, it's just me. You said you just unsubbed on 10 accounts because of sub-only mode. Chatters against sub-only. Your name is Intelligent Incel, first of all. You're coming in here trying to spark outrage against sub-only mode, which is the most retarded thing any human being could possibly. This is almost as retarded as charging $100 for a video game. almost. This actually might be more retarded because I don't think anyone cares about your little just cause there. First of all, second of all, you unsubbed on 10 accounts. Think about that. You're the kind of loser that got rejected at least 10 times. And that's the only reason people like you make alternate accounts. Is because when you get rejected by a man, you're not an incel, by the way, you're just gay. Which really is, I'm your only viewer who you monologuing to. First of all, there's 4 viewers. Second of all, I'm not monologuing to anyone but you. So fuck the other viewers, no offense, everybody. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Intelligent Incel, as your name is put. I'm monologuing to you because I'm talking to you. You're such a pathetic loser, you don't even know what a conversation looks like, let alone when someone's talking to you. And I'm not even mad at you. I think this is hilariously awesome. Like, I get some answers finally. Two's been blowing up my fucking sub counts, yet there's no one ever tuning in. It's because they're probably all just you anyway. But, like, your trailer trash Mexican bitch doesn't even want you. I don't know what you mean by that. My trailer trash Mexican bitch. I don't have a trailer trash Mexican bitch. What are you talking about? You are an imbecile. Okay. But how am I the imbecile when you subbed to me 11 times? I also don't know what you mean by trailer trash Mexican bitch that doesn't want me. I haven't talked to any Mexicans in any capacity in a long time. I mean, lady friend's a brunette, but she's white. Fucking idiot. I've also unsubbed 11 times. Oh, I rest my case. Did I not just say that? This guy's so easy. It's a one-sided conversation. Not really. I'm responding to you and you're responding back to me. So, no, this is the bread and butter of our content. Plus, you had to sub for at least an hour to be able to make that comment. So if you unsubbed 11 times, that means you actually subbed 12 times. Because we're on sub-only mode right now for 1 hour. The only way you can comment is if you subbed a 12th time for at least, okay, play your game and stop seething. I'm not seething, I'm watching you seethe. And it's actually quite entertaining. You subbed to my channel 12 times, and now you're crying to me because you're a quote-unquote intelligent incel. No, you're quite idiotic, actually, but it's all right, bro. Every view counts. You okay? You all right, Mr. Incel? Actually 13 times? You unsubbed or subbed? Which one? Because right now your numbers keep increasing, I've noticed. It's just weird. He's like, I unsubbed and resubbed and all this. Like, you do understand how this makes you the loser, right? Because I haven't even banned you yet. Unsubbed? Do you just unsubbed again? Bro, how are you in negative 999? I don't even have that many subs to begin with. What are you talking about? Why are you spurging in my chat? I mean, I'm not against it. Remember, it's free engagement, I've noticed. But, like, you good, bro? Did your girlfriend dump you? Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Did you wake up at your Starbucks? Did Gen Z reject you? What happened here, man? Maggie bought all your subs. No, actually, apparently, you're all the subs. You've even said this now. So it's like, I'm your only real chatter. Well, it's also early, so to be fair. I'm confused at what your point is. Also, you had to sub for an hour. But you subbed out of spite. Think about that. That's hilarious. I'm not even offended. I'm actually proud of you. You stooped to a no low of pathetic. Hold on. Here, another comment here. D. Cuck hasn't got out of his stasis chamber yet. He's still in cryostasis, it turns out. He's got to unfreeze for the morning. He'll love that joke, by the way. So, you know, you sub to me because you hate me. Imagine me triggering you so bad that you actually subbed 13 times and then you keep unsubbing, then resubbing. Look how much I've played you just by being who I am. That's sad, man. I mean, realistically, it's like, damn, you people are mentally ill. Yo, fuck the game, by the way. Let's do this. This is much more fun. But, like, how? How do you people exist, you know? Like, oh, here another comment. Like your trolls over... You like your trolls over your real friends. Not true. I like my friends for what they are. But I also do like to psychologically toy with people on the internet because, honestly, there are plenty of people who are bullies, scumbags, and pathetic incel losers like yourself, because you say your name identifies you as an incel, right? So I like to see what makes you tick. Call it a hobby or a pastime. I like to see what makes you tick because I want to know how to break you, you know. And then after a while, you won't be able to do it to nobody. I find enjoyment in that, you know. I don't think there's anything wrong with psychologically breaking scumbags. And you are a intelligent incel, as you put it. I don't know who you were before that name, but I know that there's a lot of people who do not like me because I was against the map community. Sorry, we're not calling them that. We're calling them what they are. Scumbag creep fucks. And you might be one of those people. I do not know. If you are, get over it. Now everyone supports your degenerate lifestyle. But at the same time, it's like, let's say you're not, right? A lot of people only bitch at me at that origin point. Everyone came after just jumped on the hate train. Y'all still look like a bunch of diddlers. Now, you're in here calling yourself an intelligent incel. There is no such thing as an incel that's intelligent. I mean, look at your behavior in this chat already as it is. Stupid. Idiotic. Embarrassing, actually. When it comes to the general consensus of how people are, what you are exhibiting is an embarrassing behavior rhetoric that probably shows you don't have much of an actual IRL. How much time do you spend outside? Do you talk to people? Do you have a job? If you don't have a job, trust me, bro, I do get it. Because it's hard to get work out there, you know? But as far as the touching grass, talking to people, you are an incel? No, I'm not. An incel is a person who's part of an online group, which we know is not the case with me. Mainly it's just me. But also an incel hates women, and I don't. In fact, if you've seen anything of my content, I value women heavily. I even seek out a relationship with one at some point. So, how am I an incel? No. You don't get to change the topic out of nowhere. You said, I'm putting on my lab coat. You said you are the incel. It's a play on words. The irony is always lost on you due to you being a subroom temp IQ. Look who's talking. An incel is somebody who hates women, who is generally online. I don't hate women. In fact, I think that they're very admirable, and I think some women are very attractive. That's not an incel. You don't understand the definition of the word you use. You identified yourself as an intelligent incel, but you don't even know what it means. Unless you do, and to you it's more of an insult than an actual word you should know, but that's just how stupid you are. Stupid, I say stupid because you're clearly not ignorant. Ignorant means you'd be willing to learn, and you don't want to learn, I've noticed. I mean, who the fuck subs 13 times just to sit here and be an idiot in my chats? You know what I mean? Like, it's Yeah, clearly you're stupid at that point. Stupid just means you're not willing to learn. That's the difference between ignorance and you don't own anything. You're a renter for life. I'm a renter, but I'm not renting the Xbox. I'm not renting the PlayStation. I'm not renting the TV. I'm not renting Winter. I'm not renting me. I'm not renting air. I've never owned anything. Are you sure about that? That sounds like you're just recycling old troll mumbo gumbo. Interesting. All right, say you don't have a job. Neither do you. Look in the mirror. Tell me more about your cabin in the woods. Why? You're the intelligent incel, you tell me. Winter was secondhand. No, she wasn't. She was built, designed, originally. But the New World Enclave. We all know that. No, you don't, because that's not the case. Nice try, though. You almost got me there. Let me see. You've never owned anything. You're a renter for life. You're an intelligent incel. I'm not sure if you've ever owned anything yourself. This seems like this might be more projection. Winter was used by another man before you. Oh, this is new information. Who was that man? Do you have a name? You rented to own Winter on 4 easy repayments. No, I didn't. You sound like with them special brands of stupid where you just believe anything you see on the internet by people who were never honest in the first place. It's okay. You were gullible. You're an intelligent incel who is not intelligent, and you're also extremely gullible and extremely petty and stupid. But, you know, it's okay. I get it. You've never had pussy in your life, so this is how you spend your time instead. It's all right, bro. You feel intimidated by my presence, clearly. I mean, you subbed 13 times. And then unsubbed 12 times, I guess. I can only assume, right? So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I think you're a complete doofus. You're about the average, actually, which makes me above average. It's fucking funny. What is your goal with taking up all my comment space? I'm wearing the lab coat, by the way. This is therapy hour, I guess. Psychology hour. He went from spamming a comment every couple minutes to being quiet now. Are you burned out and have no more good insults? Come on, man. I wasn't done yet. Oh, somebody left. It went from 8 to 7. I hope it wasn't him. Intelligent incel. I thought we were talking. What happened, man? I know you didn't get burned by YouTube already. There's no way. Yep, he's still there. You're my biggest fan. Actually, it seems to me that you're my biggest fan because you're over here fucking taking up my chat. You won't let anyone else talk. You're just desperate for all the attention here. How am I your biggest fan? You subbed to me 13 times. I haven't subbed to you once. In fact, you go to your channel's barren. It's a throwaway. You're a fucking nobody. No offense. It's just looking at the numbers. There's nobody else here. There's 6 here. There was 8, but now there's 6. Even says on the screen, 6 people watching. I know that you could be blind all you want. Doesn't change that fact. Now there's 8 watching. Are they imaginary too? Hey, D-Chat. Don't do nothing yet, D-Chat. I got this. This is funny. If there's nobody else here, then who's D-Chat? You said there's nobody else here, though. So D-Chat is invisible and doesn't exist. We have to live in your delusion, Mr. Intelligent Incel. W? Oh, it's a big win. Out of chirogenesis, chirostasis. Right, D-Chat? We unfroze you from the lab, according to this guy anyway. I don't know what else you want me to say at that point. Tard Avengers or something. No, there is no Tard Avengers because, remember, you're the only one here, apparently. That's what you said. D-Chat isn't real. That isn't really there. You're all having a hallucination, apparently, which is fine. We can roll with that. I'm sure it's funny as hell. So the other 7 people, the other 6 people, I guess, those are all a delusion? Don't get quite... D-check, can you leave just for like 20 minutes? Wink, wink. Don't have to, but if you want to. Because... Oh, wait, okay. Where's your broom boy, Hexus? You mean the gay? We had to remove him from the equation. He was a good little soldier. I don't think so. I think he was a paranoid schizophrenic with delusional issues. He also had a very weird SA fantasy going on. And also, he was a buddy troll, according to himself. So who the fuck wants that? If they say they're a buddy troll, then obviously we'd have to get rid of them, right? I guess. I mean, not really. Actually, we could probably keep the buddy trolls. He didn't want to be here. Let's see. All 3 of you are gay, let's be honest. How are we gay? You're the one named Incel. Last night was really cold and I'm worried I might be sick with something, so I'm slow. Things. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. He can't be gayer than either of you for certain. Bro, how are we gay when you're the only one in here named Incel? And Incel hates women. Well, who else doesn't like women? Gay people. Incels are just gay people with extra steps. So, who's the gayest one in our chat? Well, Intelligent Incel wins that prize. So, your own name is betraying you here. That's the problem. You picked a name that would insinuate that you like to put sausages in your mouth, but then this is proven stuff with a long backlog that you're gay? Well, thank God. This makes this easy. That makes this super easy, actually, then. So, you're proven gay with a long backlog. Who were you before you were an incel? Or this incel, I guess. You're troll failing right now, by the way, just so you know. Oh, well, Monopoly Go. It's like, let me see my ad. Do you think he's caught up by the ads? It's probably the ads. It's been 30 minutes. That's how we'll know how... That's how long we know we've been streaming, is the ads tell us. It's been 30 minutes. Time to slap one on there. By the way, you're contributing to my ad growth, Mr. Incel, just so you know. This is proven stuff with a long backlog. But what we just said was that he's the one who's gay. So it's proven that Intelligent Incel is gay? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being gay. It's just, wow. That was easy. Okay, haha, you've never once served me an ad. I made sure of that. Oh, yeah? How so? I mean, your account is brand new. It's not like you had time to throw on an ad blocker or something. And even if you did, it's not like it really matters. Also, what, you just look away from your phone for 2 minutes? I mean, all right, I guess that works. I don't think that's quite how it works, but okay. Anyway, so wouldn't you like to know FATTY? Well, first of all, I'm not FAT at all, but I imagine you are. You know, you could prove me wrong. Show us what you look like. You have a community wall, don't you? You have a short section, you could upload a video. Cam up? Well, I just asked you. You can't ask me to cam up as a response to me asking you to cam up. That's not how that works. So when you cam up, then maybe I will. Go take a video. Show us what you really look like. Say, TiBBz, you fucking suck. You won't see that in too many places online. And then we'll see him say it on screen. So we'll know it came out of his actual mouth. And then, you know, put it in to the video feed, you know, upload it, make sure it's public, and then that could be how you cam up, right? And then after that, after you show that boisterous belly of yours, yeah, I think you're just projecting. So you show us what you look like, and then tell you what, I'll cam up. Rub your belly on cam and I'll do it. No, that's not how it works. I don't ask you, then you ask me, and then you start making demands. No. I told you first, so now put up or shut up. You said you want me to cam up. This is how we do it. That or fuck you. You know what I mean? If you're not going to do it in the first place, why would I do it as a return demand? There's no point to that. I can just sit here and play video games, you know? Plus, you're already a sub to me 13 times. I can just ban you, have you keep subbing because you're an obsessed little prick. And look at that, I still win. I mean, I am winning. You are boosting my numbers. And they are even unsubbing to bring the numbers back down when they're not alive. Can you play video games? Well, we know you can't. So, you know. It's hilarious. I'm in a video game, but he has to ask if I can. I'm pretty sure. Never any gameplay on here. Never. Never ever once. Not at all. Not even remotely daily or anything. Yeah, you might be delusional, just crying about trolls like Cyrax. Cyrax isn't a troll. It's interesting that you say that, but he's not a troll, is he? Tell me what you know about Cyrax. I thought he was always the predator troll's target. Now you're insinuating that he's a troll himself? I've never seen Cyrax troll anyone, to be fair. I'm not going to say he's a great person, because I don't think that he is. But, like, this is new information. Cyrax, your best buddy. Well, how are we buddies? First of all, I'm not friends with trolls. I don't have any brothers. I was an only child. No, I don't, actually. Especially because my last name is not Wilkins, and I'm also not blood related, so, you know. You do have brothers. Why lie on your blood? I don't have any brothers. I was adopted. I like that. Why, you do have brothers. Why lie on your blood? Just because they got better treatment because they were more autistic than you. That's not better treatment. That means they were just more valued financially. You do know that, right? A lot of people use the members of their family who are autistic and have disabilities for money. I wasn't crippled enough or disabled enough to have financial gain. There's a lot of people in the world who aren't going to tell the truth about the whole aim of what they aim to do. You don't value someone because they're more autistic. That's just how you make more income. Basically, the people who do that get a free handout from the government. The more autistic they are, the more money they get. That's why I don't have any brothers. They were never actually family. I was just, you could call it a lab experiment if you want. But I'm assuming you already knew that, right? No? Let's see. I like that. You do have brothers. Why lie on your blood? I've never heard anyone ever say it like that. It's like, I could lie on God if you want. I could lie on, well, a lab experiment. Is that your latest cope? No, I'm actually mocking you, but it's sad that you don't understand the difference. You do know what mocking is, right? It's where I'm, saying things that make fun of you in a way that you may not really understand, clearly. You know what it means to mock somebody? It's a part of sarcasm. You do understand sarcasm, right? Oh, here we go. You still in here, DJ? I thought Varys was an angel and an autistic angel. I don't know where you got that from. Anyway, that helps you cope with the harsh reality you are faced with. No, I feel like that's you that uses that cope. Me, I just like to mock trolls and make fun of them. Okay, I'm just making sure. I didn't really think you left at the same time, but, just curious. I'm just curious. So you don't understand sarcasm. That's interesting. Did you never learn what sarcasm was or mockery was growing up? I mean, you have a throwaway account. Your name is Intelligent Incel. And again, there's no such thing as an incel that's intelligent. I mean, they're just hateful towards women by default. That's why their existence is the way it is. It's also why your generations keep dying out with no actual growth or succession forward. You can't hate women and expect to have your, bloodline keep going. It's just not a thing. But intelligent, and yet you don't know what mockery and sarcasm is. Yeah, I was totally a lab experiment. That totally makes sense. Let's run with that. That's funny. I'm not sure what to do with that. Move my chair here. Imagine I'm just sitting in a parking garage somewhere. So, are you getting burned out, bro? Well, what's going on there? You're getting all quiet on me all of a sudden. Ignore D-Jet. He's not doing anything. He's just in the background somewhere. Me and you, intelligent incel. I've always wanted to have an argument with an incel. I've missed this a little bit. Psychologically analyzing people. So, you don't understand sarcasm. You do not understand mockery. You also are gullible to what is old information that's already been proven wrong on a number of fronts. You also think you know everything, yet you don't know anything. And you've also subbed to me 13 times and then unsubbed, I guess, which is hilarious because that doesn't do anything at this point in the game. You also have expressed your deep disdain for me with a bunch of riddling insults, but yet somehow you subbed to me 13 times. You also think that me and Cyrax were blood related, which is hilarious. I don't know how that works. You also want me to cam up, but that's only after I asked you to cam up, and then you wouldn't do it yourself, but you expect me to do it. Like, why would I waste the effort on you if you're not going to do it for me? Especially when I asked you first. Bitch. Then, on top of all that, you think that Hexus was a good little soldier, which means you are not aware of current events, which is hilarious. Yet you subbed to me 13 times. Are you sure it was only 13 at this point? Then you think that I don't own anything, and I never have. I'll be a renter for life, which I think is... I'm not really sure how that's relevant, or even a good insult at this point, because again, who the fuck actually cares? And then he said, tell me more about your cabin in the woods. My favorite one was when he said, your trailer trash Mexican bitch doesn't even want you. Lady friend is white and a brunette. That brunette does not equal Mexican. You dunce. You said you were intelligent, but somehow you forgot brunettes can be white. Then he says, he's my only viewer, yet there was like 8 people at the time, and there's still more than one. More than 3 at this point. There's 6. Wow, he just went up again. And then he's trying to create a movement called Chatters Against Sub Only, because he's a whiny little bitch that is mad that I can't talk to him on his main. Is that about everything? He is still in here, which is funny. So I gotta ask, why are you an intelligent... Why are you an incel? You do know what that word means, right? That's your name. If it's your name, that means you're identifying yourself as that. So why do you want to be an incel? Who rejected you in life, man? I mean, an intelligent incel. I've already have answered your questions. So now it's time to answer mine. If you choose to identify yourself as an incel, that means you hate women, and you're basically online in these communities that also feel the same. Why do you hate women? What happened to you, relationship-wise, that made you into a hateful towards women little bitch? I'm sorry. There's a million fish in the sea, man. You could have found one that worked for you. Instead, you chose to hate women. Well, why do you hate women? Because that's what an incel is. If you're going to call yourself that, you should know what the hell it means. We know one thing. He doesn't support the feminist movement, am I right? So, that's my question, like, I want to get to know the real you, I suppose, way to put it, because if you're going to be here and sub that many times, well, now we know where all these extra subs are coming from that never tune back in. They're people like you who cannot handle being rejected the first time. There are probably any people in here, and I've already said this before, it's been notably a thing. By the way, he did confirm what I said. There are hundreds of these in my sub counts. There could be many, many more than that. the sub count only goes back so far, and they'd have to have their subs public for me to be able to see it. But there is so many people inside my subscribers lists that are just alt accounts of people who do not like me. Yet they've chosen a sub, and I'm going to guess probably 3,000 to 4,000 times over the years. It's been a couple of years. And sub-only mode is no new thing to this channel. It's been here for a long time, probably since the beginning. If you have people making what is potentially multi-thousands of alts, well, that explains where all of our viewers are. You flooded us with all that crap, which is fine. There's a will, there's a way. We can fix that. But think about it. You guys flooding my chats and flooding my comment sections and flooding my sub counts with inflated numbers, all because you could not handle being rejected by a man, as you put it. You're all incels. Wow, you're all just gay, and that's also, this also confirms the gay stalker thing as well. That's why I got monetized. You people are so obsessed and so pathetic. You actually got me monetized with your stupidity. You say you're an intelligent incel. That's your name, right? Yet you're so stupid that you hate me, and your own hatred was used against you because I didn't have to do anything, by the way. It just happened. That it ended up getting me monetized. By the way, remember that thing in the bash where they said, Nagy bought you subs? This confirms that he didn't. We finally do have an answer, which is good. It is real people. That's why YouTube never did anything. This can make us rest easy. This also means we're not blacklisted or shadow banned for a reason. We just happen to have poor sub counts. I don't think it really would matter. Growth is still humanly possible. But, you know, August 24th is coming. Should level things out a bit, I've noticed. So, I gotta ask. Do you think he's leaving each time? Like, he makes a comment, does it as quick as possible, then leaves, then tunes back in, hoping to get that same effect. On August 24th, that won't matter no more. So, you know, do it now. Well, you still got the time, because apparently it doesn't actually work the way you think it does. But again, intelligent. My ass. My ass, by the way, of all asses, right? But, like, you know, intelligent incel? Well, there's nothing intelligent about being an incel, but also, you're not very intelligent to begin with. In fact, you're a fail troll across the board. I mean, it's okay. I'm not like other YouTube channels. On this channel, yes, there's some days I don't want to deal with it, because some days, I'm human. I think. Sometimes I question it a little bit. I mean, why do I get to sit out in the cold? -7 degrees in a tank top and feel much better than I do when it's warm out. Am I dead? Am I alive? I don't know. It's a very weird thing to sit out there in the cold like that and have it not affect you at all. It's not human, in fact. Why does my body regenerate? Like I sliced my foot in half because I stepped on something in the middle of the night and there was blood pouring everywhere, but somehow it closed up in a few days' time. Either I'm really good at first aid, or there's something wrong. Well, not wrong, I guess, just more unnatural. Why is there 76 people inside my head that take over at any time they want? Who knows? Maybe you're even talking to them right now. Just right. I gotta ask, am I really the problem here? Why are you so obsessed to sub 13 times? Do you really, really hate me, or did Varys just infect you, right? They're just stories, supposedly, but he commented, yay, he took the bait so easily. Yes, you have bipolar and autism. That's it? You subbed 9 times. First of all, how are you intelligent at that point? Second of all, I have bipolar and autism. That's it? That's all? Okay, well, I guess I'm more normal than you are. At least I don't have narcissistic grandiose delusion. At least I don't have, like, an ego problem. You have a very, very fragile ego, I've noticed. It's not an insult, it just, you know, 99,999. Can you say that 3 times fast? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not exactly a fan of tongue twisters. So, I gotta ask, what are you hoping to gain from this engagement? I think not. That's probably the first thing you got right all day. I'll give you that one. Mainly because you've been taking so many L's. I mean, I could try and probably succeed. Who wouldn't try, right? But I'll just give you that one because you've been taking a lot of L's and I feel bad for you. Everybody, give him a round of applause. Because honestly, he has had a rough day. What are you hoping to get in the end, though? You know, like, what's your end game here? I am curious. Not against it. I'm jerking my right now, to be honest. So you're beating off to me. So, hyper obsessed and clearly gay. D-Chat, if you're not screenshotting, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Because I've told you guys 190 times my trolls are not only all gay, but also he's confirming all of our theories right now. I guess they finally had their breaking point. D-Chat, have you been here? And if you are screen capping this, right? I want to RAPE you, Tibbs, up the wow. I'm not sure what to say. I'm not interested, personally. I guess that's why it'd be rape, though, right? I'm not interested, first of all. Second of all, why do you hate women? And then prove me right in my theory that incels are just gay with extra steps. And then you want to SA me, which only proves this more. Just screen cap. That's all I'm asking you to do, okay? This is comedy gold on one hand of things, but it's like, wow. This is Edward Boy and William Gloryhole's people. Remember that. We already know. Because he mentioned Cyrax, and it's usually where these people come from, right? I'm not upset. I just, damn, we've always had the theory. Now we know. It's like, they're just mad. The entire thing has been because they got rejected. I guess I am sexy. That is boosted confidence, but also kind of like, ew, you know? I'm glad someone finds me attractive. Apparently everybody. But also it's like, damn. I can't say it's mutual. It's really not. But anyway, Jesus Christ. So, like, congratulations. Should I turn on some Careless Whisper for you? Like, what do you want me to do there? Dude, that's a hell of a confession. It's like, what is up with you people? And Varys shows up every time, by the way. And suddenly, I'm glad you're flattered. I'm not flattered. I'm just caught off guard by the statement. It's like, I'm not sure what to say. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm more... My ego's been stroked because I'm over here hearing that I was right for years. All of the trolls are just gay, and that's why they did everything they did, because they were just mad they couldn't get it. You see, the problem with this is that they're incels, they hate women. That's what a lot of them identify as, including Mr. Glory Hole and Edward Boys communities, right? But here's the problem. Here's the problem. This guy subbed for an hour, okay? 13 times. Think about this, okay? The entire time, it was never because they were trying to stop anyone they didn't like or they were trying to catch bad guys or anything like that. No. They were all mad that I wasn't gay. And that means if I'm not gay, they'll never have it. So if they can't have me, no one can. And that's why they try to destroy what is my life. It's kind of pathetic if you think about it, because I didn't have much of a life to begin with. Why do I never get Troons under like me, says D-Chat. You know, I question this myself, considering you're into it, I'm not. It's like, geez, man, like, again, I'm not really sure what to say. On one hand of things, I'm like, ew, you know, but at the same time, it's like, this is good information. That's why we should be screen capping this. Not now, D-Chat. He was just saying you're both the straightest men on here. No, I never said that he was straight. I said I was straight. There's a difference. I said D-Chat was in this cryostasis pod waking up, and I just got out of the lab myself. We had to tighten someone else's bolts, and honestly, it has been quite the morning. So, you know, this is an interesting morning to have. Imagine this. We went from talking about their GTA leaks to this. I can't say I'm upset. It's been a very good morning so far. This guy is probably too masked presenting for my tastes. Sounds gay. And Intelligent Incel says, sounds gay. Like you? I mean, you're the one rubbing one out to two dudes. Like, you know, that's a thing. What is happening here, by the way? You know what I mean? So, like, we could go on for hours if you want. I do got to get to the game at some point. But this is good filler content so everybody can tune in. By the way, once people tune in, what happened to Hexus? Did he get too old? He did churn 5,923 last week. So, I mean, I guess. I don't know. What do you mean too old? I mean, he wasn't exactly a grandfather, but we didn't really know how old he was to begin with. We knew he was an adult. I mean, I've never seen a minor working in healthcare, you know what I mean? So, had to have at least been through college, so probably mid-20s, maybe early 30s, maybe even older. Could have been in his 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s. Could have been even... No, after you reach 80, it's unlikely he'd work in healthcare. Although he was acting irate, like an old man, so I just assumed he was JCap. I haven't heard from JCap. I know he's like 19 or 20 now, somewhere in there. But I haven't heard from him. It's actually been a while. Yes, I did reach out at one point recently. Said, hey, hope you're doing well. Hope things have been better. He's an adult. I can say that to him. He's like 19 or 20. Of course I can say that. I mean, he was 17 in 2023. They changed the age, though, I've noticed. Now they're saying he was 15. Then they say he was 13. Now they're saying, like, the most recent one is, oh, he's prepubescent. Stop changing the story. Pick one, you know? But, you know. Let's see. What did he say? Fuck off? No. He didn't say anything. I don't think he's as active as you guys are. You know what I mean? Also, he's an adult. How does that even work? Also, his entire role here was moderating. Well, his entire role was doing what D-Chat does. That's moderating people like you out of the chat when I don't want to deal with it. Same difference? No, it's not actually. It's okay. You've been an idiot thus far. Low IQ in general. So I can assume that we can say not the same thing, actually. I mean, his role was a moderator. He also said he didn't like predators, he didn't like scumbags, he didn't like people like you. What was the backlash that was gotten back then? JCab said all pedos should be shot in the head with a rifle. And people like you got triggered by that. Which is weird, because if you weren't a pedo, you wouldn't have gotten triggered by that. You know what I mean? People like you, whatever. So, with that logic in mind, you know, that was where he stood on that debate. Again, it would make no sense what you guys are currently stating. So, come on now, right? Then NWB threatened him by threatening his family, and that's why he decided to leave finally. Say what you want about JCap. You know he had good morals, because he's willing to protect his family by dipping out. I can't say I'd be mad at that. I mean, that's what I would expect anyone to do. I mean, that's why I don't have my last channel. It's what I did. Some good that did me, though, right? It's okay. Every time a channel dies, we come back stronger the next time around. So, it wasn't really a loss. But, you know. This is where you make another comment and then I respond. Nothing? That's all the ammo you had? Come on now. Look, you being here gave me 10 viewers. Well, 9, I guess. Let's see, he wrote, you're a nonce. So you're from the UK? Second of all, no, I'm not. Do you know what a nonce even is? See, I live in America, okay? If you're going to call me something, use the American equivalent, okay? Because we're in America. Second of all, nonce is a UK word. It's also not true, but at this point, no one gives a fuck, right? Um, oh, here we go. He's coming out with the, you're a monster accusations, I guess. A sex pest? How am I a sex pest? I don't have sex. Nor do I seek it out. In fact, I stay in my room all day playing video games, and I don't. Everything I do is right here on the YouTube. You see me all day long, every single day. Everything I exhibit is in these streams, most of which are public somewhere in some capacity. If it isn't me having it public, it's somebody else. So it's like, where is this information? And made, oh, here we go, and made weird videos with the sun. With the sun. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about there. Because I don't have a son. Nobody I know has a son. I mean, well, there's a few people, but they were all adults. I mean, I guess any person that is alive who is a male, right, was a son to somebody, right? I guess. So D-Chat was the son, I guess. I mean, I made videos with D-Chat. Negi, there was at one point, yes. Trying to think. Hexus was in my live chat, so I guess maybe that qualifies. All the trolls who were dudes, so Mark's a noob, but somebody's son once, I guess. God, he looked like a fool when that happened. Oh, here we go. Jerked off all over the place. You see videos of me doing that? It's weird that be on YouTube of all places. You were jerking at the crack shack with those GTA people. Really? This is on video? Truly? Can you show us that? Because I have never seen this. This is new information. It's funny when you guys can't use the old stuff. You go jump to new stuff that you know doesn't exist. But we'll play the delusion, I guess. I'm not really sure what to do with this. So I was jerking it at the crack shack with the GTA people. I'm very confused what he means by all that. Like I'm just trying to pinpoint this. You have me caught off guard. I'm not sure. Yeah, they had to throw you out. It's on your own channel. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have my doubts on that. Because I've never lived in a crack shack with GTA people. Like, that would be... Are we talking about, like, it is GTA the video game, right? You're talking about Grand Theft Auto the video game? Yeah, I don't recall those. I actually I don't recall this, but, like, at the same time, I mean, I guess if it's on my own channel. Can you tell me the name of the video? This ought to be good. I am talking to Crazy Steve or Bears today. You're not allowed to call them delusions then ask if you're talking to them. That makes no fucking sense. That's insane. What kind of mental illness do you have, bro? One question at a time. So you said that I was jerking it at the crack shack with the GTA people and they had to throw me out. It's on my channel. What video? Second of all, why would you want to talk to Crazy Steve or Varys when Varys is probably what makes you so insane? It's also weird that they're paranoid about that, but okay. And then he's a laughing emoji thing. Well, at least we know you're having a good time and enjoying the content. I'm deeply enjoying myself, by the way, just so y'all know. D-Chat, are you still in here? You can comment now, D-Chat, I think, at this rate. We've gotten most of what we need here, but at the same time, it's like, don't ban him, though. Oh, no. I still want to see where this goes. Which one would you like to talk to? I guess is a better way to put it. Would you like to talk to Crazy Steve or Varys, or was that just a rhetorical question? I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not against it. I'm just curious why you don't want to talk to a crazy, murderous demon clown or an energy-based vampire that's been sucking your soul out since the dawn of time. Or, and hear me out here, delusions. Or, even more hilariously enough, this is YouTube after all, characters for skit channels that have been used and weaponized as characters to drive you guys up a wall and make you look even stupider. I mean, to be fair, you guys do understand how content works. Varys, like Harry Potter or something. You'll see. I don't know what I'm going to see. And then Reese Triplestein says, it's weird. They wrote Varys, but then it says, you'll see. I'll see what? Wait, is that this the same person? No, it's not. Tibbs can't read. No, I saw it. It was on my PlayStation. Still, no, it's just him. Well, let me see here. Dear God. My chat's reloading. Give me a minute. YouTube's being fun. I noticed with the ads, you have to reload the feed after the ad hits. So the ads do interfere with the phone, which means we know what's causing that. Might shut those off, actually. The rented PlayStation? No, the owned PlayStation 5. Something that you can't relate to. Ban the alt? No, it's fine. They're adding to the growth and they're not being intrusive. If anything, they look stupid. Let's see. I love never seeing ads ever. I'm happy for you. You should share your secret with everybody so we know how that works, you know? But anyway. Is that it? You know, if you're trying to be an intrusive troll, first of all, I love this. This is more of the bread and butter what my content used to be. But also, I think you can do better than this. I mean, you've jumped around from insults to bragging about how you're better to jerking off to our voices, which is, oh, what a weird turnaround. Then you went to accusations, then back to insults, and you're all over the place. No, I'm going to gatekeep it. Yeah, congratulations. That's not working very far because we're actually growing in viewers right now because of you. And after the 24th, that'll probably be even more so. So you're not really gatekeeping very well if that is your actual goal. But, like, I gotta ask, what's your end game here? I mean, that's the one thing I'm curious about. Like, what are you hoping to achieve by acting like a twat in my chat, besides potentially gatekeeping? You're failing at that as we speak, I've noticed, but still. You make $4 a year from YouTube. I mean, are you intimidated by that or something? I think it's more than 4, maybe. Not like it really matters, but like you're not concerned, then why are you complaining about it? I mean, you're the one in here identifying yourself as an incel while whacking off to our voices and then acting like a schizo. I mean, to be fair, well, you seem very concerned. You subbed to us 13 times, and we're on sub-only mode for 1 hour right now. Think about that. You had to sub for an hour. We haven't banned you because you were entertaining as fuck to talk to. But, like, if you weren't concerned, let alone a self-obsessed stan, as they used to call them, you wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So, like, what is your end game goal? Don't get quiet on me now. We're not done with you yet. Why ban you when I can just psychologically pick you apart? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You're not concerned, but the last thing you wrote is you make $4 a year from YouTube. Why are you bothered by that? Like, such a weird thing to point out. It's like, oh, you make nothing from YouTube. Wah. I mean, do you make less than that? I mean, there's no way you make more. I mean, your channel basically non-existent. And I'm not trying to pick on your channel. It's like, you know, post something. You know what I mean? You can get there too, man. I'm assuming that you need like a boost of confidence. Here, you got this. Is that enough? Nothing? You're gonna get quiet now? Watch, I'm gonna put down the phone. He's gonna comment. All right, well, I guess he fucked off. Oh no. Guys, I think he left. I think he finally realized he could not beat me in a conversation, I guess. He can beat off, I've noticed, but he can't beat me in conversation. Come on now. You think he's still there? I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to see if I could war of attrition. Dude, it's funny. We got confirmation that almost all these extra subs that ever tune in, it's just troll accounts when they're trying to get past sub-only mode. They're proving me right in real time. I know. So now I don't want to hear this fucking horror shit that it was Negi buying subs when clearly you guys just made your own. You fucking losers. I'm mocking them, by the way. I have to explain what mockery is. That one is the one. That is the one thing that is going to make me giggle inside. I'm giggling inside like a little schoolgirl right now. Fucking, they don't know what mockery is. Seriously, that is some funny ass shit. Like, how do you not know what mockery is? You're trolls. The first thing you should know what it is sarcasm and or mockery. What the fuck? Are they serious? They don't know what mockery is? This explains why they thought the skit videos were someone having grand delusions. They don't know what entertainment is either. These fucking people. He's quiet, so I guess this bait isn't working, but I'm still going to speak what I wanted to say, right? These people do not understand what movies are. They do not understand what actors are. They don't understand what lying is. They also do not know what entertainment is. There is a number of people on the YouTube platform who say things just to entertain people. That's the entire reason people say certain things. Okay? A lot of things on YouTube should not be taken as fact because a lot of it is just for the sake of entertaining people. The entirety of the sector, for example, has been this, I've noticed. Yes, it's abhorrent. And yes, it makes them look terrible if you took it super seriously, but still. But looking at everything for what it has been, these people do not understand sarcasm, they do not understand mockery, they do not understand any form of fiction. They think that Star Wars is real. Because remember, if you think my house and those skit videos are real, first of all, you don't know what camera cuts are? Every movie ever has camera cuts. That's how you go from one picture, and when someone's talking to another character, they cut to the next one. And then you put them together to make a scene. These people think it's real. Okay, let's say that the Legion is a real thing. Let's say Varys is an actual entity. You honestly think that if they were real, they'd only be on YouTube? Okay, let's say that they are. Well, if they are real, they are hiding in plain sight. It's YouTube. It's meant to be entertainment. At the same time, you can weaponize those same characters and use it against people out there like trolls. So whether the alters are real or not does not matter. What matters is they don't know what movies are. They think that, apparently, they actually think Spider-Man looks just like Tom Holland. And they think that that is real. And yet I'm the moron. We're going to end the clip here. Starting a new clip. So anyway, yeah, I find that to be hilarious. These trolls in the world do not know what movies are, and they're getting so disgustingly lazy with what they do. The only thing they can now do is confess to everything. You know, I think my last comment on this whole matter is the best part of all of it, is when he confessed to everything, proving all of our theories right. All of them, by the way. And then he decided to tell us, I'm not concerned, and then yeeted himself out after saying we made $4 on YouTube a year. My favorite portion to all that, outside of that last hilarious comment, it's not my last thing I'm going to say. I'm going to be talking about this for a minute. Because it's just, I like instigating them. I'm sorry. They're very easy people to pick apart, you know? Why is it always any potential dollar you may get? It's fucking $4, first of all. Second of all, are you sure that's what it was? I heard it was like billions more than that at one point, according to NWB. Apparently, he believes that I scam people, millions of people, out of the taxpayer money, which is not true, but like, that would mean I would have millions of dollars, right? And if certain people have thousands, that means I'd potentially have billions of dollars. And I'd have to ask myself, if I'm making $4 a year on YouTube, why are you crying about it? Like, that is such a hilarious thing. Like, imagine being so insecure that you're bothered by what is basically, in a nutshell, 400 pennies. That is another level of sad I don't think I was ready for. Like, how broke are you at that point? Because, like, it's only $4. I know the economy's bad, okay? I know our economy is next to dog shit, okay? It's really bad out there. But if you're crying over me making potentially $4 a year, by the way, that's no small time frame. Are you making less? Because in any normal aspect of conversation, this whole video, fuck Watch Dogs, we're going to talk about this for a while, okay? In a normal aspect of conversation, they're going to think you're making less money than me. So you saying I'm the new example what a billionaire looks like? Oh, he's got $4. He's so rich. That is sad that prices got so out of hand. I'm sorry, that's funny as hell. It is so funny. I'm not high. I'm not drunk. All I had was one can of cola. I only woke up an hour and a half ago, tops. How long have we been streaming for? It blows my mind that the inflation got so bad that all the money went to the billionaires. So now everyone down here on the bottom, which is the 99%, right? Now we look and say, $4, that's so much money. Still can't afford. I am mad your content isn't even worth $4 per year. Yeah, you subbed 13 times, and you're the reason I get paid $4 per year. Are you sure it's $4? By the way, I guess if I talk shit enough, you eventually come back. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to write that one down. So you do have a fragile ego, then. I'm just talking shit to see if you'll keep talking, and look at that. Here you are. Reese777 says, if Varys took over and K'd a bunch of people, what would you do? Varys is a non-violent variety. He does those kinds of things in other ways. You don't need to go and K-word anybody unalive, would be a way to say it. Varys does not believe that is necessary, because Varys also believes you cannot learn if you're dead. So I wouldn't have to worry about it personally. However, he could potentially, well, if he's real, well, that means he can give you, issues with, liver failure, heart failure, lung failure. Also, you would never be able to prove it's him. That's the benefit of him being what he is. So, if he was real, right? Let's see, LMFAO, did you say Varys is non-binary? No, Varys does not agree with the existence of trans people or non-binary people. Non-binary would mean non-numerical. There's no ones and zeros, and that would be a joke. That's ridiculous. Those people are a joke, honestly, across the board. They're also almost always mentally ill in a very unhealthy and danger to society kind of way. Trans people, you're just lying to yourselves. If you're born a man, and suddenly you want to be a woman, you're just lying to yourself. So Varys doesn't agree with them existing. He thinks that they need to be evaluated. Do any alters do stuff, let's see, that you don't like? If they do, how do you deal with that? Do you tell them off? For the most part, we have understood boundaries, and also I think we've had our issues with boundaries, but when you set the boundaries, there's no issues. I imagine that sums it up. None of the alters are gay or bisexual, so we don't have to worry about that. There's certain foods I don't like, but it's like, do any of them use binkies and diapers? No. It's weird you would ask me that. But anyway. Let's see. Certain foods I don't like, but when they're in control, it's not like I'll be the one who eats it. Food is food, right? We all understand that if I go to prison or do something illegal, so do they. So if I'm imprisoned, so are they. That boundary is understood by everybody. We have a general understanding of that, if they're real, right? Let's see. Do like when you're off live. Oh, they're okay. There is two. I was trying to make sure the other one's still in here, in case you were like swapping or something. Let's see. Like when you're off live. In what aspect? Remember, you say they're not real, so this is all hypothetical at this point. You need to pick a lane. Also, if they are really there, wouldn't they be there all the time? Why are you worried about it? I imagine you should be, if they are what you guys claim. Some people with DID do it to cope. Not true at all, actually. People who have DID do not do it to cope. A cope means it's intentional. You have full control. You just choose how you deal with it. DID people don't. With the alters, I thought you were one of those TikTok DID people. Oh, no. No. We call them alters because they're alternates. Alternate individuals. And plus, enough times go by, we'll just run with what people say. Plus, it sounds good. They're not alters at all, in any capacity. More like a furry. A furry is a costume. You guys do know that. It's an individual who wears a costume to a convention. They like a certain art style. I've never known any furry to be a bad person. I've known plenty of furries in life. Can you do the purr again? There never was a purr. Does your girlfriend have alters? I don't believe so. She's never mentioned it. I highly doubt it, personally. I also don't have a girlfriend, though. I have a lady friend who's a woman who's a friend. It's weird you guys don't understand that one, but okay. We'll let that one slide. Let's see. Laughing emojis. Well, at least you're happy, right? That's what the content's all about. While you guys are figuring out your next round of questions or whatever, I'm going to jump in here and play some how much does she cost per hour? 0 cents. Because she doesn't cost any money. I want to see her too. Why? Earlier you were jerking off to my voice. And plus your name is Incel. You hate women. So what's the point of that? I'm just saying. If you... Free? Some people do hang out with people for the sole purpose of wanting to. And free will is technically free. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that's how you would look at that, right? I'm not sure how you don't understand that concept, but then again, you must be a lonely motherfucker. It's okay, bro, I get it. No way in hell you paid the girl that was on earlier. You're right, I didn't. Because that person was just hanging out for the sake of doing so. Come on, man. What the fuck? How do you not get that? It's fucking funny as shit. Can I play some gameplay for a bit? Or do you have more you want to talk about? I mean, I'm cool talking, man. We got all fucking day, I've noticed. There's nothing else to do at all. So, like, if you want to talk, I'm all down for that. Really, we should do it. The professional does. There's a guy on YouTube who is no player game. All right, cool. Do both. You can do that too.